Okay, I'm going to make the announcement on Discord when I'm streaming and on Twitter. Okay. Let's see how it goes. I'm perfectly happy with being alone. If I do this for multiple hours, I am going to be on my own most of the time. But yeah, here you can see my pastime. Playing a bit of chess, but during streams I'm not going to do that. Yeah, let's see if people are coming. I was, in fact, checking this out. So that's a test that's failing on the GitHub runners for macOS. And it's failing in a bad way. I don't know why. And I've seen that I've also disabled it on Windows. Right now I don't really know why. Seems to work. The test itself is pretty bad. With loopback listening, I'm not sure. I had the impression that it was forking a process, but well, I saw a console window. I can't reproduce that now. So yeah, so that's just a minor cleanup what I've done during that. So let's see, where is it? Yeah, okay, this is not what I want to see. Okay, let me say something in YouTube chat. Yeah, so there's actually a couple of things that I said we might do, and I put it in the posting. Last time we focused a bit on UPX and making that standard compression for everything, and that's mostly working. I think for macOS I've not looked at UPX. I might go and complete that, but actually that's not as important. And the other one is, yeah, I could be looking at this issue that is bothering me. I am having trouble with Python. Let me rearrange my windows here. I'm having trouble with Python 2.6 crashing, but it's not supposed to crash, and I have no explanation why it does. And it's bothering me because it might mean that sometimes what happens is one Python version is crashing, but all are incorrect. That's very annoying. On the other hand, I do have very few good environments to test 2.6 in. I had this happen on the Red Hat. Actually, I can show that. I have like OpenSUSE build service experimental, and here we can see it fails the factory version only fails on CentOS and Red Hat. And when it does, it says, oh, yeah, it's sec faults. This one should be better actually. Not sure why I have it. I have reproduced it on a virtual machine, and I thought I fixed this one. In minus debugger, a file is not found, and that should. But I don't have any better environment for Red Hat 6, and the real downside is that Visual Code cannot do remoting to Red Hat 6. So it's very ugly developing there, and I have to think of something else. But it's very reproducible, and it's like using a node, but directly iterates over a dictionary rather than calling eta items through generic lookup of that attribute and calling the method. Actually, yeah. That's not important. I mean, it's not a good thing to do on stream, really. Although I'm so annoyed that I want to do it, but I don't know. So that's actually blocking factory, and I do not want to risk regression. So that's why I typically want to be all green on factory. macOS, wait, where is it? Visual Code. macOS, we have it here. Visual Code can only run on my M1 through Rosetta. So you have to specify an SSH login that you're not ARM, but you are Intel, and yeah, works pretty well. And I sorted out recently code signing, and I sorted out the stripping of universal architecture. So you can create an Intel only binary, you can create an M1 binary. Currently it cannot make a universal binary yet. It will have to compile 2 times for that. That I can imagine working on. Yeah, that's one thing. And the other is the caching of bytecode modules. That's actually something that is a real pity that it's not being done, and I think I'm going to work on that. So let me switch to my favorite platform here, the VWSL Linux, and what we're going to do. By the way, my camera is off because my light is broken, and it will be repaired next week. But yeah, I need an electrician for that. So I'm in the dark right now and don't want to make a lousy, I don't know, barely visible webcam. It's really dark already at this time of the year here. Okay, so what am I talking about? Some modules like package resources are being demoted. I always have a file like this where I can see like something that I had been looking at. It's actually from the last 3. Let's say touch mini bytecode notion by, and let's import package resources extern, I think, and by parsing, print that. Sort of an kind of hello world program. Let's see, Python 3 mini bytecode denotion. Bytecode denotion. It's actually not installed, but I suppose it's still available for 3.9. Is that now by default? Okay. Is there really no package resources? Is that set up to it? Package resources. Is it only in my head? Okay. Let's check this. It's vendor, right? Am I stupid here? I can't type. Package resources extern. I think that should already trigger something in Nuitka. Okay. Yeah. And now if I do bin Nuitka run and say show modules, I think it will tell me what it does on the command line. But it doesn't. Does it do it in the end? I forgot. We're going to use the report anyway. It's probably because I did not specify to follow anything. So let me make a standalone program. I've added this warning for myself, and too many times I have it always and ignore it. Actually, let's not do that. Let's do also use follow standard lib. That way we do not freeze. I thought we do not freeze. Or we still freeze, but we also compile those. Yeah, that's not good. Let me go back. And yeah, if you come to think of it, it's these ones take a while. It's actually we're not using bytecode cache for these. Yeah, package resources edit stuff. Vendor apt, yes. These things will not be compiled later on, but instead they will be changed to bytecode. So they are being compiled on the Python level to find out their dependencies, and that's actually all that survives. Why is it so slow? I guess the streaming is taking resources, is it not? Not sure. It's the wrong sorting. Yeah. Maybe I need to reboot the VWSL. It's probably still okay. I mean, the point is for you to see that these are slow. And on the other hand, they are they are required, otherwise package resources will crash at import time. And I could also fight it better with anti-bloat, like make more of these options, but it would be a lot of effort. And it would be things that I do that are not reusable, like the time spent for package resources does not benefit anything else. Okay. In pass 2 it's less modules, well, it's faster because they got demoted after pass 1, and demotion means they changed bytecode. So we only actually compile 16 files, so there's a couple of C modules, but not a lot. We can look at what's in the build folder, and we can make a report and improve a report about what is included in what form. Yeah, module inclusion wasn't so, show modules wasn't as good. Let's do a report equals out. Let's say report. I tend to use these out file names for things. But I should try probably to not use too specific ones, so for the benefit of future viewers, it is easier to understand what the file is intended to be. If we go into mini bytecode demotion build, we can see it compiled multiprocessing. That's actually kind of a bug. Multiprocessing is currently on because we do not compile standard library, and the bug, the plugin is then triggered still. So if we remove that, so packaging is actually being compiled. That's interesting. Packaging must be a dependency, or is it external packaging? Interesting. Packaging about. These are all seemingly unworthy things. I have a list in implicit imports called unworthy, and unworthy namespaces is decided by this plugin it's in one of those, it will not be compiled. And yeah, some things, if they include citing, do not compile citing, it's big, do not compile PyTest knows coverage. All these kinds of things that typically are just included for stupid reasons. Many of those should be avoided due to anti-bloat plugin, but if they are not, this one kicks in. Now let's go and check what packaging is. I think packaging is not a top level thing, is it? Aha, packaging. Apache license. Well, off copyright. Wow. I wish we would inline modules like about, which we do not, but let's go in about. All of that doesn't have to be compiled, right? I mean, it's easy to compile, but at the same time, absolutely wasteful. So I would say packaging should be on that list too. Packaging. What is in there? Why is it? Why does this exist? What does it do? I don't see. What's the contribution here? Core utilities for Python packages. Is there anything near? Requirements, specifiers, tags, utils versions. Yeah. So going into packaging is probably not good but we didn't go far. We only went into packaging about. So I guess it's not too bad. So we wouldn't have to make all of packaging, but it's not performance relevant. And now if I recompile, I will have these removed, and Aptius is still being compiled. Aptius is also not the kind of module that we want, so Aptius to compile. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if this is any better. So we maximize. Hello, guy with circuits. Yes, yeah, I'm not using a headset. I'm using and it's a nice mechanical Cherry something keyboard. Actually, I recently wanted to buy a new one, but they don't make these anymore. So yeah, it's lovely, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty fitting for a stream, isn't it? If you want or like to, you can come in the Discord channel streaming, and I need to take notice and allow you to talk. But yeah, but you're just welcome to watch. So my goal right now is for this program that really does nothing really meaningful, to not really have any C code compiled. There's one file which has to be compiled for technical reasons. This one here contains initialization stuff that is not done otherwise. Actually, I think I could change that too. But so technically, Nuitka could become capable of executing bytecode only programs. But this is not really my goal here. You are. I misread this. I thought you were on YouTube chat. Yeah, I did that, I think, Maxwell. Or did I not? Yeah. So my goal is not here to make the perfect bytecode program. My goal here is to make that program quicker. Like what's happening right now, I would like this to happen once and not over and over again. And actually, let me go here and go into the cache of Nuitka. So cache Nuitka. Ooh, not sure if you should see all of that. Nuitka module cache, I think. So we have lots of stuff here, and all of these are things that get demoted, and it is recording what it's using. So unit test suite with a hash on. I could be a bit more defensive about the hash length, I guess. Which is no. Yeah, okay. I really need a good checklist for the streaming thing, so sorry about that. But at least this time I thought of it, at least. I think one time I announced the stream on the street, but only in admin chat, and then on Twitter. And the next time I did announce it more globally, but I did not announce it on Twitter. And now I've almost managed both. If you do it in general, I guess everybody's triggered. Yeah. Can I just scroll up and repeat what I've done? Not easily. General? No, it doesn't go back. Anyway, so these files are already being produced. So what's happening in bytecode demotion? It's actually almost implemented. And it's coming out of a pull request that some friendly soul did. And I cleaned it up a bit. So demote source code to bytecode is a function that's being used. But okay, here like we get a module, we ask for its name. Maybe if a tracing is enabled, we inform the user. The logging process is very ugly, and I think the report should contain this sort of information. And then the bytecode gets created from the source code for the module and file name. And then we create an uncompiled module object and tell this one that the used modules of the original modules are now the used modules of the uncompiled module. We release it. This explicitly forces the release of all resources of a module, and then if it's it updates the caches, and if it's a root module, it does that, and if it's a trigger module, and so on, and then it writes this information to the cache. And here we have a cache, and I think there is something in the cache file name. The cache file name with hash exactly, I think make cache name module extension make cache name, I think module importables hash get cache file name. I forget, but this is the function that I think it tries to list the modules that had been importable during a compile. So my idea for caching here is like a module needs to be recompiled if its import statements would see other modules. So if anything in the Python path changes, like you add a new module, you invalidate the cache, but if you don't, you do not invalidate the cache, and goes over here and lists the directory and the file suffixes that are relevant, hash gets updated, and yeah, so this is how this comes into being, this hash, and it's supposedly, I hope I do not have like much of a finko there. The cache might be, I'm not sure now that this make cache name seems has. What's this here? This get cache file name, this one looks, I'm not sure what this is used for. That looks too generic. Ah, okay. This one already gets a cache name that's been made like this. And here it's being read. And I think it may not use that. Although, yeah. Actually, is included as bytecode, decide, compilation mode. So where are we? So it's not an extension module, in which case we create an extension module. It's not the main module, which cannot be cached. Well, I do not consider it for caching yet. It's not a namespace module. Namespace modules do not have any code anyway. They could be bytecode, but I think they were not done that way, because I think I would have to create source code to create bytecode from them. Right now, these are always C codes. And then I decide a compilation mode. Yeah, and if it's bytecode, it's not a top level module, and we have it in the cache, we include it. So, but is it disabled somehow? I don't think that's, okay. Yeah. That's also something I like to do. So I am, I'm going to have experimental options. So I should, in fact, actually, if I compile, okay, let's first look at the report file that hopefully got generated. It's rather empty. So the idea is that for each module there would be more things. The scanned library becomes a root module if it's an extension module, or the standard library gets included. There's this option that disables that, but let's ignore that for now. And then we have, which ones did we see? Is there any one left over? Everything is included as a Python uncompiled module. It doesn't say that it got demoted. It doesn't track the information needed for initializing Python. These are technical modules, so you cannot start Python embedding without Aptius here. Aptius, the user set, because we set standalone, we include all non-standard library modules, surely, as actually compiled modules, and this one got demoted, and after demotion it is it's bytecode now because of a change I made. Had we done the report before, it would have said compiled, and it would actually say which module imported it. But now I just need to, I don't know how, but maybe I'm stupid and it's already all good and dandy, and I was just too shy to enable it. So the thing about caching is, my big worry is, like, when I do caching, I also get to debug if people have problems due to cache or not. So when they raise a report that something got miscompiled, I will have to ask him, can you please clear your caches and recompile? And then we say, but it takes so long. And then they say they did it and they didn't, or they do it, and yeah, and then it's a caching bug, and I don't know how to debug a caching bug because the cache got removed. I don't have the original problem anymore. I don't know what on the input side changed. Did I not disable the multiprocessing? I meant to disable plugin equals multiprocessing. Actually, the one reason why I'm doing this feature is when I have this, I can use it for standard library as well. The main reason why standard library is included no matter what is because I do not have a dependency analysis of it, so I don't know about hidden dependencies. Of course, I don't have them, but I do not. Oh, no path specified. Create module. Module file name is probably no path specified. None. Empty. It should have. I tried to locate them, and I was expecting to find file names. That's rather optimistic. Yeah, so actually I need to be prepared for this to fail. And so this is an attempt that I'm making, but I also need to give up. For example, let's say I cannot find the module. I don't know which one it is, but how about optimization logger? Did it say is included as bytecode? Optimization logger would be on if verbose is specified, I think. So let's abuse general. Oh, what does it have to say here? This is my latest toy. And what does it want? Oh, to a function. Merge. No, I don't want to do that now. So general is general in tracing. Yeah. So general info, and then we do just trace these general info, try to find module from cache, module name. I get asked this a lot. I write my format strings in the Python 2 compatible way. I would love to use f strings in Nuitka, but right now I don't have a front-end back-end split, and therefore I have to write minimal. There's a subset of Python 2 and 3 that I use, and yeah, actually let's use wrapper. And then okay, that should work, right? Found. And apparently I did not find one which I have in the cache. Maybe it's a new line in there or something stupid like that. So this compilation should actually now never be slow, because we're always going to load from a byte cache. And then, when all goes well, we have a tiny bit of C compilation that comes from the C cache. and not all arg strings. So I think it can work like this. Does it work like that? What did it say? Oh, yeah, module name. I added module name objects, and is it in the cache like this? It's the wrapper, right? So this is a module name object, and module name objects need to be, so actually it's good here, but if we, but module file name, and which one was it? A package resources extern may not actually be something you can find. I believe that may be true. Import package resources extern. This may be a meta. Oh, I can't type. Package resources. Did you notice how long it took? It exists, so it should be able to find it. Extern exists. Okay, then I don't know. And now, okay. For a moment, I was deviating from my favorite type of debugging. Actually, I'm totally 100% print style and the Saltforce debugger. It's not necessarily the one it was crashing on, right? So actually, I need to try exception. Yeah. So maybe I can explain this a bit. So the finding is how the module was found. It's an absolute import. This is the file name. We would find that, and that's the name of the module. Module name OS. I'm using module name objects to prevent mishaps, so that's actually okay. Let's make this a bit bigger. It's even more slow than usual, huh? Let me check out if I want to close something, like I might not be using this for a while. And the website, no. I'm addicted to website optimization now. I told Maxwell already. Yeah. If this Nuitka thing doesn't work out, I will become a web developer. Sys, yeah, Sys is a built-in, and therefore it's not found. That's okay, but we should still track it as a used module. We were locating it so we can provide a file name, apparently, and that's interesting. So the question is, like, what was it? Well, it's probably okay to just consider if module file name is not none. It's still being used, even if I can't find it now. Or is it a problem? So I think I am unsure now how used modules are being used. So set used modules is setting self used, get used modules. So in recursion, consider used modules. If finding, that's something else here. They have also these get used modules, self-used modules. So this is how it's being built. It may not be too elemented after the finding needs to be added. Yeah, I think one mistake is that I am adding here two things. If I do, I don't. The rel path is also old style. It used to be that I store relative file names, and now I do absolute file names, and everywhere. So that's because this PR is old. And then the finding, and we have that. It's not using a name tuple, which may make sense actually, because this is something I have a lot. Module name, file name, finding. The import mechanism does that a lot, but I did some refactoring, and touching this code is very daunting. So actually, let's do black, do its magic there. Okay, so it's a triple of these things, and I believe we can assert that they are the same. Yeah, because with package and level being different. What? Ah, now we got further. Whoa, really? Oh, there's also a level and a source ref. So, okay, we store 5 things now. So we're supposed to provide a level. That's easy because it's 0. And the source ref, we are going to lie. Are we? It's supposed to say where is it being used, and our cache files may be invalid. Are they? So which module was it talking about? So get module, cache name, return, get cache file name, print, get cache file name, close that. Get cache file name has cache. Let me print this one, then I will see it. Print cache file name, and then we need to probably change the writing, which with that information we still should have it at that time. And no progress. No prog. And I get away with my prints. Yeah, it's a bit slow. Was it here? I was here in the module cache, and which one was it looking at? So, okay, this is the one it considered. And it's just the module names. That's not a lot that's getting restored. Then it finds it, but it doesn't know where it came from, doesn't know anything. So we are going to have to change the building. So used module is not, but also actually we only need a line number, maybe. Hold on. This is package resource, so every import that's being made is in there. So I just need a line number, which I can use to make a source ref. Yeah, every cached module actually exists. So we have a file name for this guy. Yeah, we actually have a source ref. So source ref, this one has already a source ref, so we can, source reference means it's a pointer like file name, and so I can make source ref at line number. And the second thing I need is there a second thing? No, there's not actually a second thing. I just need to writing to preserve lines where the imports were. That's like, it does track this now. That's something I changed in my big import refactoring. It's pretty useful because I can add this information. I actually also could add to the report here. The report doesn't say who imports it. It doesn't say what this imports, but it could say it's using this module. So that's something we're going to add soon, but not now. So I actually need to get module names is probably not the correct name, but here we have like used modules, and what does it do? It ignores the source ref, and it's not supposed to do that. Space is a perfect separator for module names, except when it isn't. How about we write the line number first? Then we do not have to consider that. So source ref get line number. Obviously d%s %plus get line number as string indeed, and a new line should be part of the format. I think that's also right line. Is there not? And there we go, source ref. Now it's storing it much nicer. We have to invalidate our module cache, so remove everything, unfortunately. So we have to recompile at least once more. Unfortunate. But now we persist this and it will not find anything, so it's harmless and I can use the time to do this. So it's splitting it. And so module name line for line in. For line in module split I think max split equals 1. Can I split them? I want to have this as the integer already. So like this, and as an integer for the first one. Integer split, max split 0, and there we are. It's not pretty, but it may be working. So I should have started that first. Yeah, invalid syntax. What's going on? The integer. The more, okay, I think here. No. I think I need to close all of a tuple. And what's wrong with syntax? It's here. Okay, it's the other spot. Yeah, braces. Yeah, it's not nice. It could yield, probably. I have some bad experiences with generators. Sometimes I might want to use this value again, so I don't use generators. So it's creating the cache bytes. That means it's already no, it's trying to check if they exist, I guess. It's a pass one. I changed it to go deep with one module first and then resume the compilation only. Previously it was going wide with thanks for the thumbs up. Yeah, I have to check who it was. Thank you. I was going deep with the module scan, but then I was entering modules which I later found not to be really used, and that was pretty annoying. So in pass one I could easily scan 2000 modules, of which then half of it turned out to be unused after optimization. Pass completes for the first module, so that was pretty useless. Now this one actually takes pretty long, huh? Oh, it's just doing something else. Yeah, let's see if it changed the layout of the file. No, I didn't write anything yet. Not demoting. So, okay, maybe now it does. No, it is slow. Yeah, and you have to see that package resources gets imported by many programs suffer this cost. Somebody is doing an import of it. As you can see, no, you can't. I think it would be nice if there was like a directory level with the imported modules cache, so you would see that a certain directory starts getting unused. Oh, although this one looks... This is actually what I'm saying, huh? It's just not a directory. But why is... These are different? Yeah. Oh, I know. Because what's going on is packaging has more files to consider for import. So when it imports about locally, relatively, that's to be considered, but here that's not a thing. So here only packaging would be visible, but packaging about wouldn't be. So actually you would have here, you have a different path. This module has a different set of modules visible to it. And that's what we can see. Okay, IO text writer has no write line. Stupid me. There is no write line. But I've seen write lines. Okay. Yeah, and that's overwriting all the time, of course. Yeah. Okay. What are we going to do while we're waiting? We're going to make Git a bit more happy. So, yeah, not too important. These cache file names are pretty nice for clicking them. Let's say we stage a few things. This is more or less following other changes I've done before. It also kind of demonstrates that the cost of delaying this is actually something useful too. And I have two Git repos actually. I have one internal where the Git history is it's garbage. I'm not making good commit messages. If you compare that with well, I don't have the official Git repo open anymore, but you know, it's I care a lot more. This one I will not commit, and this one I will not. This one I can actually. So this should populate the sys modules with what we've read from the cache, and then we shouldn't lose anything. And the important part is like get cached module names. How does it consider what's make cache name? Yeah, this one gets a package search path global, adds the package one, and considers all module files. I think it should also, I think directories are not considered. If it's a package directory, it is considered, in fact. So the presence of directories also is considered. So yeah, this might be relatively perfect. How about we have some comment here like calculate on max split out of range. Max split equals 2. I should have tested it with Python. 1 AA split. Max split equals 1. Why? -1? It's not happy with me. 0. So if the format was correct, it would have worked, but it's probably can be that it's an empty line. Hold on. Uptiers is included as bytecode. It tried to read uptiers. Okay, let's check the cache files that we've made. Why is it using this anyway? Is it? I'm confused. Am I reading or writing here? This is reading. Why is it reading splitting by VN? There's a better function. I think I've made one which is tremendous. Get by line or something. Get file content by line. Yeah, split lines is much nicer, and maybe one day it's going to get a generator. For line in get contents by line. Script split. But it could be empty, huh? If line. So if I create an empty file, files can be empty if something is not using anything. Is that a true statement for app tiers? Let's use our version. It's using OS and sys and platform, and it's using things. Not sure why it's empty. Let me remove it. It was during the first compile where I don't know that it should read. Should have read app tiers. Maybe it crashed during the last run and produced only app tiers. Not sure, because it was crashing during the write and it already created the file, and this is not needed, I guess. So okay, hold on, let me go here and actually split. Is it possible? No. Yeah, let's do a bit like this. No. Progress car output doesn't like that. Pooh. Yes, guys. And Gerd. Unlikely ones. Okay, I think I like this. I disabled it. I will just go over the Git. Now you know why I make relatively good commits. This must be much better. I think this function also didn't exist at the time. No manual splitting here. I was going to document this function. Calculate hash value of packages importable for a module of this name. I wonder if that's taking into account that it may not be a module. If package in package name, yeah, top level things. Not sure. Well, it must be. But there must be some cases where it's okay. There we go. Nothing here. What else to do? This may, in fact, the importing cleanup that I've done makes it maybe already complete. caching. Building. Let me think if building. I said we need to be able to give up, right? So we cached something. So we said we're supposed to compile it in bytecode form. We're not going to use a cache and make it bytecode unless we're asked to. And we have it. So what's happening if we do not find it? Yeah, then we do not find it. That's okay, because we did not find it previously as well. Because the findable modules should be the same. So that's actually the source code we can give up on. And otherwise, okay, is this? The branching here was a bit suspicious. So this is the else branch. That's we're supposed to normally create a compiled module here, which this one does. Actually, isn't there a factory function that does this? Compiled Python package. Just remembering module nodes, return. Yeah. It's uncompiled. Yeah, for uncompiled, we have this kind of factory. Probably, yeah, could exist. Because there's only one difference here, like if this package. This should probably really be its own function. And it should say if it succeeded. But actually, after here, a mistake cannot be had anymore. So I think I want to have this in a separate function. It's too big. Def load module from cache. Ah, okay, it worked maybe. Code pipe parsing. Yeah, here we go. Where is it using what? Duplicates will not be causing issues. This is not about any form of optimization. It's for the report. Actually, I will also upgrade the report to include this information when we're done, but for now this looks very good. So maybe we enter the really quick compiler Imperium now. No, yeah, stupid me. I have autosave in Visual Code, and often it saves me a lot of time, and then sometimes it doesn't. You know how you forget to save? In Emacs I was always constantly typing Control XS, and all my documents at some point ended up with that keyboard shortcut without control. So at some point I finally decided it may be more prudent to just enable saving after some time automatically. Get content by line is not defined because we have to import that, of course. It's all white here. That's very suspicious. Actually, Visual Code is not getting. Is get file contents used? No. Visual Code doesn't analyze the file, which is very suspicious. I think I'm having performance issues. I have a faster machine which I use for CI, but actually I might consider to make it a streaming setup. It's also would be more naturally divided from my private stuff. That was quick, right? Try to find module in from cache. Try to find... okay. Okay. The packaging version packages. Normally this is bundled. So it's not happy. But we can check in the report, part of a standard library. How about packaging? They did not get added, right? Oh, packaging. Packaging version. Did we have version before? Packaging version is here. There was something strange there. Yeah, it does this. There's also some duplication here, like package version, in load module. Packaging version is not found. Does bytecode behave different here? Let me think. Actually, I think if I remove the cache and compile and keep the report and the compilation folder, and it should be the same, yeah, I should compile, I should compare this. So let me do move mini bytecode demotion build to mini bytecode demotion. This is the build.new, and move the report XML to report XML.new, and now let's do remove the cache and have a slow compilation, and then compare the results and see what's different, because actually I think it's also a bit strange that I think top level actors and packaging may not even be legal to include. We've seen this, and actually it's supposed to use the vendor. There's something Nuitka does with vendor. If we search for that, you will find it in implicit imports. It does something strange here. So yeah, these have to be included. Oh, okay. Version was missing. This is like as if the plugin didn't do its job. But actually, does it not want to work on bytecode? I don't think it discriminates. The plugin. Yeah, this is the old style. It's not the new style with the, this is a lot of code. What we want to have in the future is these things. But as you can see, it's relatively new. There's very little of those, but many pages of this. So I don't think the plugin discriminates against type of module. It doesn't even know it. It's also working for extension modules. So I don't quite get why it would fail to do that. But packaging version. Yeah, maybe somehow it was escaping to top level. Which module was giving the error? Oh no, is it? No. These are all working when they are created as bytecode, so not sure. Okay. History in the making. When we have this, we will have at least somewhat faster recompiles. And maybe it is time to add an option to make this very annoying super slow modules that you will be able to tell from the report. It should also trace how long it compiles a module. I will not make the slow compilation crash on module generation, so let's first get this to work. And compare the reports. As you can see, the C compilation is always cache hit. So code --diff report XML new report. So the direction is this is the old one. This is the it does that. When Visual Code restarts terminal, it cannot talk to Visual Code anymore. Okay. The package. That's the only difference. We're not including this, and then and I have a suspect that this one is in fact registering some kind of meta path based loader. The uncompiled Python package. Oh, we did not consider packages. Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, it wasn't my code, but usually I would write it to do in my code, like to remind myself. No. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. So we're not including we are including it as a module, and then it's not a package. Whereas I don't know why it's not here at all. I would think maybe it failed to load the code when it thinks it's a module, or somehow it failed. But that sounds doable. So load module from cache is something I want to do. How about I move it out now? Include as bytecode. Let's actually show progress. Set used modules. Okay. Let me do result equals create load. Sorry for scrolling wildly. I think we need the module name, a source ref, and an indication. Apparently we already know it's a package, so is package. Wait, we have a factory for that. So that's the one we've looked at. So this could have created the correct thing. So okay, maybe it isn't. So probably here, and we need to return results. And we have reduced the complexity of certain code here. Result equals module name equals module name. Visual Code doesn't keep up. This package source ref equals source ref. Okay, and the question now is like, what happened? Why is it not doing it then? Or did it attempt to? Does it get through there? Okay, the new one is on the right hand side, so that's the one we just made. No, that's the one which. The other one is the slow. I need to move it now. If I recompile, I will get the bug again. Yeah. Strange. I have no clue. Must be a terrible bug. Is top decide a compilation mode? I mean, I can skip it if it's a package and not is package. Let me think what it might be wrong for packages. Demoting a package to bytecode may not work well, but actually that's what we do in the normal path. So actually move report XML to report XML old, move mini bytecode build to old, and now we create a new one. The cache files are all good, or such I suppose. Yeah, so it will be quick. Invalid syntax is package here. Maybe a syntax error killed Visual Code's ability to help me. Okay, source code is not defined. Oh, we needed the source code to create the bytecode. So, source code. Normally I would underline it in red. I'm pretty dependent on that. Source code equals source code. What was wrong with packages? I recall there was something with packages and caching. Oh, did I forget to add source code? I can't type. And I have no help here. Why is Visual Code so bad? Okay. Maybe if we have some leftover time, I would do the UPX macOS, but maybe it's good to stay on one topic, so I will close this one down. Of course I don't need this. No, yes. Maybe I can do without this one. And let me see, Twitter has some reactions. Okay, was it slow? Ah yeah, no, should be slow. Try to find module from cache. What's going on here? Why is it saying this so many times? It's more than I'm expecting. We are in a loop. Ah, I think that's so for every used module. Yeah, that was the from cache module. Okay, yeah. Okay, now diff should be simple reports, old XML with report. Wait, is it the same now? Yeah, it's the same now because it's working, huh? But if we look into mini bytecode demotion dist build, yeah, it's not being compiled. Yeah. We don't see it, but it's compiled on the C level, so it doesn't trace that. So is package implicit imports building is package. What's going on? Is package. So during optimization, what can happen is that it is not correctly tracking. Okay, let's do it like this. Let's look at the used modules if it is a package. What are we putting there for used modules here? If it is package, so let's say assert not is package used module name, used modules result. Let's look at these three things. That's not going to fire unless I remove a bug hiding condition. It's also, for example, one of the advantages of black is that they do the formatting in ways that, for example, with condition, commenting out that condition is trivial, isn't it? Really like him for that. So should crash now, but when it crashes it should give me the information. So package resources extern is using OS, and it has the module as the source reference, that's okay. And this, I don't know. Is this package really not using anything? It doesn't do any imports, and that may in fact be, oh, I can click this here and it doesn't import. Ah, oh, whoa. Okay, I mean, it doesn't do these, but yeah. These do in fact cause imports. And that's what implicit import does. And now the question is, like, implicit imports is not being asked this. So wait. Oh. Okay. Vendor. No. Which one is it? Extern. Package resources. Oh, it's reading it. Oh! Oh! Look at this. Yeah. We got this. So these imports are read from the source code. But the compile time file name is probably very wrong. And actually it should look at the source code and not at the compile time file name. But for that we would have to retain the source code. Okay, I think I'm getting somewhere. So we can remove it. We do not want to keep that. And we can do result get compile time file name. And there we've got our stuff much better controlled. I think we're getting there. But obviously, hopefully this is not happening a lot, or we can become compatible. So it wants to pass the source code to determine these on the fly. That was a good idea then. And actually we have it here. So would it not be able to read this? I mean, we still know what we cached. I'm not sure, but we didn't consider the original contents of a file maybe in the caching decision, but well, anyway, but so do we get here? Is Python extension module? Okay, they have a list of used modules. This is definitely the wrong spot to do that, but anyway, this is, maybe it's not even used anymore. Do not get distracted. Assert false, comma module. Let's see if we pass this. For that to be reachable, we should not crash as hard. And then, now it will not run anymore, or it will assert. Why wouldn't that have worked? Oh, where is it? Get implicit imports. by full name. Yeah, this is something strange. Okay. Does it mean it doesn't work anymore or something? It's confusing. I'm not... this is also not the best stripping way, right? So... split. Let's not change right now. Scroll up. Yeah. So it yields them. And then we do not find them because they are below bytecode packages. We will not. Yeah, I think our location mechanism, somehow the consumer of this, which is, here we are asking the, consider plugins, consider used modules. Consider used modules is somebody who is not doing anything. It doesn't return. So the hard part must be here. So that's the talking side. Okay, some heavy lifting in the plugin. Let's enable this. Did we see that trace? No, we don't, because we crash. I wonder. Oh yeah, this is just so that plugins can return arbitrary nonsense. The level, whoa, that's actually, yeah, I've been thinking about this before, and I think plugins should not be allowed to return absolute, anything but absolute, not relative. But that's probably not my problem here. Or is it? Could it be? No, because it's an absolute name. So full name. So I return a result of full names and file names. Equals package resources dot extern. I believe that we will see the yields. the yields are correct. This is not the problem. The compile time file name is there. So it's actually a task for n-type load, like making this kind of replacement in the source code. So it's empty. How are you real? Underscore vendor. No. This is going to fire if I just pick. What's the implicit imports for external? No. Then I was correct, and it should. So if this doesn't fire, I'm confused. Maybe I'm testing with a version that this code doesn't deal with anymore. But compile time file name. I don't get here. Names. Let's check this out. So here, names. I have to check the Discord here. It's just an unrelated import. Jim, I will look into it later. Well, is not now. Yes. So line wouldn't be starting with. I'm very confused. If line starts with names, I mean, we've seen it start with names here. Not. Does it do? Oh no, it's a self-force is too early. And let me look again at the file name. Very, very confusing. This is I'm totally not expecting that, because why would the parsing code make a difference? It can only be if we somehow lose the file name and pick 0pi_c in the file name. Could be. Yeah, that's probably the case. Like I say, we need to get the source code. Why did it not fire? This should have fired, right? Now it's not getting here. Package resources extern. Ah, wait, this was just one plugin, right? This is ugly. It should not be here. Yeah, this is a function that should not be in a specific plugin, but in the plugins class. So, looking in the wrong spot. So maybe now it's actually what I want, but I did not see my assertions trigger, so I guess but they may have been in the wrong spot. Now it should definitely trigger, and I need to be more observant. Oh. No, it's empty. It's like it wasn't used. It's not added to the... Something is not happening that is happening for a compiled module here. Like I get created and no, doesn't look like there is any thing that it's just creating an object and that object then, but maybe the user does discriminate. Or maybe, considering the implicit imports for bytecode may not be done. But was I not just asserting here? Where is it? Optimization? Yeah, consider used modules. So consider used modules goes in here. And looks at it, but who is using the module that, package resources extern, it's definitely used by a compiled module, in fact. Main is in a make an optimization, optimizes an uncompiled module. And then it says, whoa, no, I don't have any implicit imports for this. And I did not. I'm confused. So, did we not have traces before from this plugin? I traced the lines and I saw them. Now I don't. What's happened in between? It's reading it from the cache. It is not, but it's considering it. Okay, let's become even more stupid and like print self module. Let's see who we get asked for. It's there's a cache. If I ask it before, it has no. So it get asked for the extension modules and nothing else. So what makes me think it wait, and then main. So we got asked for main, yeah, and now we are crashing because we get asked for package resources extern, which is something it's used, and we did not respond. But we also did not enter our plugin with that name. Does plugins discriminate? No. I was just considering that maybe I find something here that makes, I mean, where the assert is, for plugin and active, it's just considering one plugin. Yeah, this is for one plugin, and therefore okay, this is again only one plugin. Okay, so my expectation here is wrong. Some plugin did not have implicit import. Okay, so yeah, I'm aborting too soon. I'm not executing it, and now okay, I should not have to do that, and I should be able to see my compile time file name. And that's actually a proper Python file name, and it would have to go in here and use them. Okay. Okay, and there is something in recursion that I can use. Decide recursion. Does it not say it's not needed? Main program. I think where it says if decision forbidden. So print module name, module kind, I think No. Okay. Wait, this is to... I should not assert anymore? So the parsing probably works, or does it? I had this assert and it didn't trigger, but it didn't trigger because I was asserting elsewhere sooner. Huh? Yeah. This code is still too intransparent. I know I should be using a debugger. No, it should not be using a debugger. I should change the code in such a fashion that a debugger is not needed, not useful. This is too convoluted. Okay, it's happening. So this is not it. It's happening somewhere else. This was a good candidate and it distracted me a lot, but it's not. That's not what's going on. Somehow what's going on must have to do with deciding against including that package. And why or what? But we should see the decision list soon. Okay. Control F, find package resources dot extern. Package resources extern. Okay, I have to make a 10-minute break. Sorry about that. I will be back. Okay, I feel we're getting close. Apparently, down. Is it wrapping? Let me grab for it. Okay. Now here we go. So what's happening? Why is included as bytecode? That means it's created from the cache. However, is this... I wonder if there's a ratio between print and info. But isn't this? So the plugin is telling it here. Ah yeah, so I load it. And then it's getting optimized right away. Okay. Perfect. Except that in the report it's not, right? It's even giving us as a reason, so package, wait, it is, yeah, extern is not, I'm being confused, right? So vendor is the one which is my troublemaker. Vendor is not being included and extern has that as a dependency. Isn't that how it's done here? Yeah, so the implicit dependencies live in this other namespace. And the package of that is not being included. Ouch. Yeah. Compiled packages. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So package of. Look, we saw this. I think I got it figured out. Package of. There must be somewhere there's a reason here in optimization for an uncompiled Python module. It will add the package. And we ignore it if we don't find it, because in the standard library that's happening. And it's a bug hiding. Okay, so very likely we are here. Let me assert false. Because it wasn't used. So we don't find it, and then we ignore it not finding, otherwise we would add it. Yeah. No. I don't want to add used modules that I do not have, but in this case it would have to be on another level. This is actually the wrong spot to do. It should do this in its used modules. So yeah, in the used modules you consider everything in a package uses its parent, and not do this here at all. And maybe I figure out what makes me think this was necessary. Was probably a bug. Okay, that's... Let me check how old this is. 10 months ago. And I guess even then it wasn't... This must be pretty old. And in consider used modules, we should do this even if it's not done. So we do not need that anymore. So actually, yeah, it's happening. Oh, and that. So we import a submodule directly, and what we would have to do is to first we would first have to load, I think, I don't know where, but in building I believe we ought to create a package as well. So like, yeah. And what's happening here? So this module, what happens if something is... I guess that's not happening because every time a module is being created, the package already exists. And that's my problem now. So I am thinking let's remove a bug hiding thing. So first of all, that's going to fire for us. And yes, package off, it's a different reason. It's not necessarily used, although it can be used. And now, what will make this used? So under main, like mini bytecode emotion, it wasn't directly using it immediately. It was using is it using import? This may actually be something that the used modules, how used modules are used. This may actually be a shortcoming. Yeah, when the used modules are being considered, it tries to first use package resources extern. It uses that, and it doesn't use the intermediate steps. So that's what we need to do. And consider used modules is maybe it's a shared function that's used for, yeah, it's used for compiled, uncompiled here, and it's used for compiled. So, and that's a common data structure that they have. They have this used module, and now they would have to not. They would have to. The used module name, they would have to iterate over it and basically do this in a loop, which will get ugly if finding doesn't equal, if finding is not found. Okay, if we didn't find it, we do not consider it. And then we need, if we found it, if we decided to recurse into it, we also need to recurse into its parent package. And hopefully that's allowed. So used module, add used module. So let's actually make this a loop while true. Normally I don't do this way. So use module name assert false for my used module name get parents, and get parents should return parent packages. Then I don't need a loop, or not a complicated loop. And this way I solve the module name and actually get package name, get top level is below, get child's name. I don't have anything that gives me a list of names. So get the package name, if any. So get dev get, what did I name it? Get parent packages. Parent package name self. Get parent packages. Result current equals self. While current get package name parent packages is a list. While get current package parent packages append current. While current component current equals current. Okay, so we go one up, we append it, and then for parent package. There's no yield from in the common language. So for parent packet and parent packages, yield, and I need to do a reversed. I'm really annoyed at Visual Code not working its way. Could also be because of the extensions I recently added. Maybe. Yield parent package. Wait, let's say parent package is get package name, while parent package is not none. Parent package, well, it's not none, we append it, and then it's slightly more clear control flow, maybe. Yield packages in descending order. Okay, and now we were yield inside. Yeah, can't do that, sorry. Not sure if it will immediately crash on the proper name. I was in recursion. So for I guess use module name in for used. I have to do it for and including the child. For parent package in, I could also call it split, huh? Generator, huh? And get package names. Let's see if it works. Can clean it up later. Usage tag equals, what did I put there? What's in the part that I removed did have a usage tag maybe? Yeah, package. So they are not entirely the same. So we recurse, signal that. Wait, why do I have to have a file name? I have to first decide will make a new file name, huh? No, I do not have a file name. I need to locate it. That's ugly. Did I locate here? No. I already have a file name. So, locate module parent package. There's chances we're going to find it. Parent package name. And module kind needs to be decided, needs to be taken from the file name. So package file name is attempting to locate it. And package module kind. Maybe I can even predict it, but I do not attempt to. And this here. So now we are recursing. Yeah, so previously this happened to work because of the way optimized compiled module optimization works. And now we need to make sure, and this code is getting huge. And am I mistaken here? Used module is not the one I want to assign, sondern used package module maybe. Used package module, used module name. No. It's all wrong here. Using module is still the importing one. Reason maybe still the same. It's decided. And here we have not used module name, but parent package name. And here we have to repeat ourselves, parent package file name. And voila. Now it's crashing. Probably syntax error. No. Yeah, so obviously bytecode is the exception so far. I wasn't using module name, used module name to call this. I don't know. Should I restart this? What happened now? Thanks. Visual Code decided to switch the screens just for minimizing. Whoa! Okay. Well, I think I will do debug reversed. I think I do with restart. I'm really. What's this? What? That's new. Restart. Reload is what I normally use. I think Visual Studio got caught up. Visual Code got caught up. Let's see. Do I have many open editors? Yeah. Can close a few. Oh, C code. This can be large. Close all editors. Let's see. Feels a bit faster. I'm not sure. I think we do not have doubts about the caching anymore. And so that's this. Oh yeah. No, I was missing. It was no longer doing that feedback. Which is how I typically decide if something is correct these days. Yeah, yield from, or yeah, actually I could do it. Let it do that. Do we like this? None if result is empty, otherwise. Actually, I would do it the other way around. If result, and now I can checking for quick fixes. Okay. Why? This is a very cool extension, but actually it may be that my machine is not capable of streaming and advising me about my bad ways. Importing, yeah. Parent package, no. And level 0, yeah, I can do that. So need to import that. So my import sorting is going to do that. Module name. Should complete. But it doesn't. Instead, it has an underline here for parent package is not defined. Yeah, I have performance problems. Probably I need to make sure to reboot before I start streams. Also, I think VSL is not good at releasing memory, and that didn't help. WSL. No, bad function. Parent package. Wait. Parent package name. It should all turn red, you know. Sorry about that. Having a kind of a non-popular flu. I'm having a lot of illnesses, but never the ones that everybody's talking about. Is standard library path, decide recursion. It didn't find one, right? Yeah, because is there ones which will not be found? I wonder if this can be none. Ah, wait. This is also wrong. This should be decided from here. Although Yeah, this is not the same. Package module kind should be module. I think there's a, I think here it decides if it's a package or not. Yeah, that was probably it. So there will be a bit of breakage. Okay, now what's going on here? So is dear doesn't like a tuple, so some's trailing comma. Ah, wait, locate module is not returning a single thing. It's a triple module name, the file name. Ah, wait. And how did I get to the file name? I want to have a file name. So actually this is like one or what? Do I want anything else? No. Because this one will decide what I found anyway. But for that... Wait. Yeah, I think locate module is... I created a method which actually might... Yeah, it does all of that already. So module kind and... yeah. So, yeah, exactly. So that was stupid. So... Parent package name... package module kind. It's a kind, right? Kind. No, it's a finding. I do not have a kind. I do determine the kind. So finding is here. I can assert that I found the proper one, and then we're converging. Just need to write better API docs for these things. Return value is not as clear. And okay, key error. Optimize. So that's not used. That wasn't supposed to be here anymore, right? Ah, wait. No, what's this? Let me check the diff. Optimization. Yeah, I removed the key error, but I feel like I removed the need for this, and I said somebody else will have to do it. The consider used modules does it, or is supposed to do it. Package resources vendor, is that something you can find? Yes, also exists. Not sure, but add used module, yeah. And then we said here, and this is what I have been doing. right now. And then I don't add the used module, but something else, I guess. Used package module, using module package. And the used package module is the one I create and don't have to consider anything. The reason changes. So package reason, I'm overloading and module kind. Package module kind. Still one more bug. Huh? And here we go. I think I will, however, stop streaming. I think I've planned to go 2 hours. Yeah, it's 3 now. You know, I want to find the last bug. I think I found the root cause of it not working. It might... Did we get this far? Ah, it works. Okay. So the reason changed. But the reason changed because the old code didn't follow for precisely the same reason. So yeah, package resources is now being followed because it's a package, and resources extern was first used before it, and then it got used because of that. So that's okay. Actually, reasons are probably going to be a list at some point. Yeah. So in my dirty git, this is good enough. It's really begging that there should be some sort of function here being used. That's going to be done. Pylon is going to hate it a lot. Speaking of which, I should definitely... So this is actually bug hiding code that I will probably have to find out why it was there. Plugins level 0, I think that's just a mistake for it to be there. That's not happening. So plugins. So yet again a happy end stream. I think we might have the caching more usable. I don't think we need... I'm not having traces right now. Module from cache, yeah. It's a bit generic, yeah. How about load bytecode uncompiled? Because in the future we are going to also do this for compiled modules. Did it do it? Ah, I screwed up. No, I did not. So that's nice. Actually, we removed a bit of code complexity here. So sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. And now we have added, let's do that. needs better API doc, and I think locate module needs clearly one better if I misuse it. I think in the plugins I have one variant which just returns a file name, because plugins are not as interested about the method of finding or file names, or are not supposed to be. Let's see if Python 2 works still. This is now going to be slower. Yeah. Okay, so let me run pylint get Nuitka with pylint diff, and then I can turn to my other addiction and optimize Nuitka.net some more. This is really an important thing, because there's huge amounts of codes that every user ideally only should compile ever once. Maybe with the hashing we can become more clever. That means if I know the amounts of modules that a package is importing, I do not have to care if you add a x.py, if that's not a name I have attempted. So should a module also not only have its used modules, but also modules it's attempting to use, then I can, like, if you then install a package that happens to be imported by some of the modules, only those get recompiled. Too many local variables. Yeah, that's absolutely true. Why? When did I stop doing that? That's strange, isn't it? Importing cache. I mean, shouldn't. Yeah, I was looking at the import cache and allowing an error. That was never a good idea. This one was, yeah, caching is not longer done here, so therefore we can remove this exception and move it somewhere else. Okay, let me see if we can clean up consider used modules still. That's not something. So here we have something that seems to be a kind of pattern, and it could actually, I wouldn't have to use this function. Oh no, I don't. I do want to start at the top. Recursion doesn't cut it. Yeah, I do want to, for x, y, z module, I want to first import x and then y and then z for x, y, z. So not recursion. But so what do? They just add a specific module, and let's say diff add parent modules module, I don't know, and let's do it like this. Add parent modules, move the code to here. Used module name is the wrong name to go by. Module name. This should be that, right? And let's dedent it a bit more. And module name. Is there really no variables used? I wish Visual Code was telling me with red what I'm missing, but there cannot be really many things. Actually, I would like that to be reason again. And it's in a loop here, so add parent package. Add parent package usages. And there we go. Where is it? Line too long. What's this? Okay, module is not defined. It's lost here. No, Visual Code is lost. I'm working on basically only 2 files and need to restart the computer. That should conclude it. Python 2 was working too. I don't know. Yeah, Python 2 works too. That's very fitting. Pun intended. And let's check the Python 2 output. Mini bytecode build module 6. 6 is actually something that is performance relevant potentially. So that's good. It can still do compile code, but it doesn't have to be compiled code. So what's wrong here? I guess it's bad code. Nesting, smaller methods. So here similar things are going on. Yeah, you make a decision, you decide, you recurse, maybe you trace. I wonder, is this? That's another thing. No. Yeah, and then it checks. Oh, yeah. It's recursive, and then yeah, it's a very special case here. No, there's really not a lot I can do. Okay, unused. Did I not remove that? Did I not tell you I save automatically? But it didn't. Visual Code is too busy to autosave. No, really. Still? No. Undefined. Signal change. Yeah, that's right. And module. So, signal change is how we emit traces for optimization. Why is it using module? Should it be using module? No. The using module. Yeah. Okay, so let's also call it using module. This way it's clear it's not about this module specifically. No, it's the using module is another one entirely. Then there's an unused variable because we do not care about the decision. It's probably similar. And do we do something with decision in the using function? No value for, so using module is the module name is used module name, and then we have something else. Signal change. Go faster. Let me form of a document that's good for line lengths. And now, of course, the first thing is to check that the code that I moved around to fix for the bytecode caching, that it doesn't regress. So when I push to my internal dirty git, it will start to run my test suits, automatic ones. I cannot run all the tests on GitHub Actions because nobody's like offering me to burn this amount of CPU, like compile all the Python on the system and with every version in all modes. Nobody's doing that, so that's why I have my own small, or not so small, server farm. Source ref, yes, that makes sense. Package. Should it be? I think the using module is not it, but the package. Actually, the parent used package module. Technically, it would be. It would be the containing package. So used module name, but we don't have it yet, so I'm screwed here. I don't know. I will just use the source ref that I get passed. I will have to clean up quite a few of these things once they become visible in the report. And I guess I will be bug hunting, like, what is this? This will say that the import here, which is probably true, triggers that. Yeah, it's probably even true. So I also have diffing of wait. So I don't really need that as a test case anymore. Okay. And optimization has, yeah, that removed. That's okay. I think we're converging. Don't have to whitelist in a pylint anything, and I removed a pylint warning, and I removed or pilot exception, so even enhance the doc string. Yeah, not doing that now. So yeah, hello. Sorry, I did not see the comment, Razzle. Probably was an hour ago, and you're long gone. Is anybody... Nobody's really interested in chatting, huh? I mean, like talking in the streaming. Okay, so... what you see here is my auto format is sorting imports and stuff at commit time. And the commit hook is actually clever enough that it will patch the staged files. So it will work on the staged file content, and then it will create a content for the unstaged one and apply it if possible. So many times what you see automatic formatting at commit time requires you to, it will auto format everything and consider non-staged things or even stage everything. I don't like that, so I can like commit and have perfect formatting and still keep my debug prints. So yeah, bytecode caching reload